Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to some baseball here on youtube.com/SeanSportsRex. I'm Sean. It's MLB 11, the show. We have a quadruple header of games for you today. You can see them in the description. I got to make sure I have the right controller. How many controllers do I have on my desk? Take a guess. All right, we have 4 games for you. Let me get them pulled up here in my notepad. We're going to take a look at the Cardinals taking on the Reds, because we've watched a bunch of these games already. We are going to look at the Braves and the Diamondbacks. Where are they? And then we're going to take a look at Guardians Yankees and Athletics Rangers. So it's a little NL heavy in the front end and a little AL heavy on the back end. Let's jump in. Cardinals Reds. Hold on. Is all my everything set up? Volume set up. This is ready. Okay, we're good. All right. Yes. Johnny Cueto taking on Jonathan Sanchez. This is a good... I like that... like, obviously, MLB has series of games, so it's good chunks of us to be able to... Or good chunks for us to be able to watch, what, 4, 8, 12, 16... 3, 6... What? 4, 8, 12... 25... We have seen 26 teams already. That sound right? Yeah, 13 games times 2. Yeah, 26. 26 of the 30. That's it. There's a game that we'll do on, I believe it'll be Tuesday, that we'll have another team, or 2 more teams that we haven't seen. There's only 2 teams we haven't looked at. But welcome to Cincinnati. The Reds taking on the Cardinals. Great American Ballpark here for a series deciding game. See what they want to give us. No? Okay. Welcome in. Look at these lovely sights. They don't have the boat out there. That's kind of the cool thing about this, is looking at some of the older styles of ballparks. What additions, subtractions have they made? Changes, all that good stuff. Michael Young, there's your player to watch. No average. No home runs, no RBI. Might not have a lot of opportunities. We'll have to keep an eye on him in the lineup and see where he is, where he's located. For St. Louis, you'll be starting with the left-hander, the designated hitter, Dominic Brown. Third baseman Chipper Jones is next. Did not realize he was a switch hitter. Shortstop Hanley Ramirez. Left fielder Manny Ramirez. So the Ramirez brothers getting things going in the 3 and the 4 spot. Tyler Colvin in right field. He'll be batting 5th. Aaron Hill, the second baseman. Alex Rios, the center fielder. David Ross, the catcher. And Troy Glaus, the first baseman, will round things out for today for the St. Louis Cardinals. And I'm sure that I will forget that Cincinnati Reds player by the time we get to the bottom of the first. But that's your lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals. Johnny Cueto. Zeros everywhere, making his season debut as we take a look at Nelson R. Cruz out there. Gaussman. Dominic Brown, he's batting 500. He's going to lead things off for the St. Louis Cardinals today in Game 3 of this set. I forget exactly what the records. I think the teams are 1-1. That first pitch is in for a strike at the bottom part of the zone. Nice pitch there. And we are underway. Happy Sunday, everybody. Did I bring my... I did not bring my phone in here. Packers are currently playing the Steelers. And the Cincinnati Bengals had a horrific loss today. And there's a quick out number 1. 2 pitches, 1 out. Chipper Jones stepping in. He has a home run already this season with a .500 average. No World Series today, so that is evened up at 1 game apiece for 3 in Los Angeles. Cueto winds. Fires. That's outside for a ball. Readies and fires. That is in for a strike. Okay. We're still getting used to that angle. I'm a little surprised that it's just straight the same camera angle for every single stadium. Nowadays, there is a variance to it. Looks great in Seattle. Looks pretty horrible in like Los Angeles in the Angel Stadium. Swung on and missed. Missed. Nice pitch from Cueto. Chipper Jones still playing in the in 2011. And he will strike out for out number 2. Nice pitching from Johnny Cueto. And quickly 2 away here for the Cardinals. Right on the edge. Gets him to swing on it real late. 93 mile an hour fastball. Hanley Ramirez from Florida now playing for St. Louis. The righty smacks that one foul. Diving attempt by the first baseman, but could not get a glove on it, and he'll stay alive. 0-1. Looks like Cueto maybe shook off the catcher there. Good dodge by Ramirez. That one inside for ball 1. That pitch inside for ball 2. He really wants to work that inside part of the plate, but not able to not able to hit his spots. The 2-1 outside. Good eye. Ramirez fouled that first pitch off and has done a good job. Just take. 3-1 count. That's been kind of a magic number for some teams, San Diego. It's been a bad omen at times as well. That's a big swing and a miss at a pitch that was maybe a little bit low, but still alive at 3-2. Cueto fires. That one inside. Looked like it was probably going to be ball 4, but gets him jammed. He swung and then took 3 straight balls and then 2 swings. And that will end the inning. Sizemore, Keppinger, Cruz coming up for the Reds. Grady Sizemore will lead off. That's center fielder. Jeff Keppinger. The shortstop is number 2. Nelson Cruz in right field today. Ty Wigington at first base. Michael Young at third. So he's your 5-hole. 5th hitter there. Okay. So you can understand why maybe it's a bit of a 0. Logan Morrison, the left fielder. Christian Gosman, the second baseman. J.P. Arinciaba, the catcher. And Starlin Castro, the DH. Arinciaba. I'm ruining that in the last name, and I apologize. The lefty, Jonathan Sanchez, on the bump today, so that explains the heavily right-handed batting lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. So we take a look at the defensive positioning. Manny Ramirez out in left field, number 99. Grady Sizemore steps in, a .667 average, 1 ribby so far this season. Through a couple of games, batting well. Grady over here, I'm your lady. Funky arm angle from the lefty. Taking on the lefty. Pitch inside and low. This is a pitcher that I would look at and I would just say, you know what? Not today. I'm not going to win today. It's over. 1-1 count. That one is smacked out to the left field. It is going to be an out. That really carried on the batter. It was drifting foul and just did not drop until the left fielder was able to get to it. Nice play by Ramirez out there with not a lot of room to work with. Jeff Keppinger. What? That's my man. Nice pitch in for a strike. Another nice pitch in for a strike. That makes it 0-2. 0-2 with one out here. Bottom one. Good start for both pitchers, as that is a swing and a miss for out number 2. Way outside of a 95-mile-an-hour fastball just early on it. That will bring in Nelson R. Cruz. He was a Mariner for one season. Might have been more. Of course, maybe I used the wrong rosters, or I'm just thinking of the wrong season. When was he? See, I don't have my phone. Frick. Low for ball 1. Good evening, good sir. Good. I'm glad that you are doing well. I'm doing well as well. We're doing well. We're doing well together. That's good stuff. That is a nice pitch in for a strike. Happy Sunday. Thanks for stopping by. Lefty steps into it. Fires and swing and a miss for Cruz. That one popped. Kind of a... All right. Well, there you go. I'm going to run and grab my phone real quick because I'm going to look up Nelson Cruz. BRB. Enjoy Hanley, Ramirez, Colvin, and Hill. Tyler Colvin stepping in here. I just missed another out, so that's fine. Slow starts for the offense, but the pitching looking good. And of course, as soon as I say that, it's a double into right center field. Nelson Cruz. There he is. Nice piece of contact to put St. Louis in a position, or put himself with a run. What am I talking about? Aaron Hill with a runner in scoring position. When did he play for Seattle? Oh, he was on the Mariners from 2015 to 2018. Okay, that makes sense. I would have used him during a 2017 season that I never finished. Because it was him and... Oh, it was Nelson Cruz and... somebody else. Nelson Cruz, the old boomstick himself. I always like that nickname. That's a great nickname. Swing and a miss. One and one with a one out and one on here. Top 2. Ball is low. 2-1. Looked like a pretty good pitch. I'm surprised that the batter didn't bite on it. Nelson Cruz and someone else. What was that batting order? That is hit left side and foul. I'm trying. Why can I not think of it? You look at the 2017 Seattle Mariners. Excuse me. 9-7. Green Bay, you cannot let Pittsburgh beat you with a bunch of field goals. Please stop. The 2017 He is able to work a walk. So it'll be 2 on with 1 out for Cueto. The roster is so slow. Robinson Cano. That is the name that I could not think of. Robinson Cano. They were fun to have back-to-back at MLB The Show 17. Cueto jumps ahead with a strike there. 0-1. See if he can induce a ground ball double play. Tries for it, but misses. That'll even things up. 1-1. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their Sunday. The sports teams that they root for won or are winning. That pitch misses. Okay. 2-1. Cueto working himself into some extra trouble he doesn't need anymore. There's a nice strike. See if he can find a spot. That one's high. Oof, got the batter a little aggressive there. That wasn't a great pitch, but still swung at it. Obviously, I have no room to talk because I swing at a lot of those. But with 2 strikes, I think it's a little bit more tempting. That one is cracked out to center field. He can't get it. It's a ground rule double. It's going to save the Cincinnati Reds a run. Wow. What a weird play. You can see in the top right, they have the where the runners are. The runner from between first and second was about to lap the... Did they just give him second base? No, it should be second and third, right? Still just 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position. That's low for a ball. Cueto fires. That one's cracked out to left field. It is going. It is going. It is gone. And that's all we get to see. I didn't hit a button on that. It was just, it hit the stands and moved on very quickly. Four runs here for St. Louis in the top of the second to give them a large lead. That one is hit. Nice sliding stop by the shortstop. Fires over to first for out number 2. Dominic Brown steps in with a .333 average. 0 for 1 today. Pitch is in for a strike. Oh, 1. See what Cincinnati can do here in the bottom of the second inning. Really not a lot of wiggle room when you're talking about just a 3-inning game. Fires. Shortstop makes a good good jumping effort at it, but can't get to it. Center fielder cuts it off before it gets to the wall. Throws into second. But an easy double, and the punishment just keeps coming. St. Louis is seeing the ball well, and another opportunity for more. Chipper Jones. Technically, we use a ground rule double. Wrong. It's actually automatic double if it bounces over the fence. Oh, that's right. I forgot they changed the terminology on it. Ground rule doubles for like the ball gets lost in the ivy at Wrigley but doesn't go over the fence. Gotcha. Automatic double. That's right. I forgot that they've been changing the terminology. Tried to take a swing at it. He goes. Don't see a lot of checks down the baselines, but that'll even the count at 1. That pitch outside. Smashed but foul. Sorry, foul. It was late. It's a late foul. 2-2 count with 2 out and a runner on second. That is swung on and missed. So Chipper Jones 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts today. That will finally end the inning. 4 hits, 4 runs for the St. Louis Cardinals. Wigington, Young, and Morrison going to step up to the plate and see if they can get any of these runs back for the Cincinnati Reds. So bottom 2. Reds down 4. That one is crushed. No doubt or animation. That'll get them back in the game a little bit. It's now 4-1. A little chest bump. It really does not like the away team hitting home runs, I guess. We're getting a full-on replay and everything with this one. 377 feet. No reaction from the fans, just a bunch of... All right, let's see if Cincinnati can start to put a little more pressure on. Big first swing for them to start off the bottom of the second. Takes a ball outside. That one is smacked up the third base line. Nice diving effort, but can't quite get to it. That'll be a single. Left fielder throws it into second. Cincinnati Reds trying to make it interesting here. Logan Morrison steps in with 1 on, nobody out. That is hit up the middle. A diving attempt by the shortstop. Can't get there. No point in sending him to third. 2 good efforts by the St. Louis defense. Just can't quite get there. And it's keeping this inning rolling along with nobody out. That one is smacked out to right field. He is going. It is going. It is gone. 3-run home run. We're tied at 4. Looked like there was a pretty good effort at the wall there. And we are right back to where we started. It's a really good effort. I'm surprised he missed it. Looked like he had a really good opportunity for it. Okay, now can the Reds flip the script here, take a lead, put themselves in with an opportunity to save the game? They have nobody out. That is crushed, but slices foul. Clap, 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 clap. Jammed him and fouled. That's outside. One of the more exciting second innings we've seen. One of the more exciting innings we've seen just in general. 1-2 the count here. That ball is low. Good eye by the Cincinnati Reds batter. I like the pitch selection from the St. Louis pitcher. Fires outside, just misses, full count. Good eye by this Reds batter. Ooh, he thought about it. He went, they're going to call it an out. Couldn't hold it back. And that is how out number one gets registered. Starlin Castro, 3 RBI on the season so far. I mean, that pitch was going to be a ball. It's a good sequence by the St. Louis starter. That pitch is on the outside and gets the edge. Strike one. That ball sails. One and one. One away here. Big second inning for both teams. That one fouled away. That pitch misses. Not really sure where. Maybe a little high. 2-2. That one is hit foul up the third base line. That is hit to the third baseman. Second opportunity to get there and gets it. There is out number 2. Good job by this Cardinals pitcher to settle down a little bit. And a nice play by Chipper Jones over at third base. Grady Sizemore stepping in. 0 for 1 today, batting .500 on the season. So they're setting him up inside. It's going to jam him a little bit, and that'll be popped to Chipper Jones over at third base. So 4 runs on 4 hits, and we are right back where we started. An even game as we head to the top of the third. Ramirez, and Colvin coming to the plate for the St. Louis Cardinals. Cueto sets, winds, fires inside for a strike. Nice pitch on the inside. That one is cracked out to left. It bounces before it hits the glove. Limits it to a single. If you dive there and you miss it, boy, he's running a long way. I like to play there. Just limit the damage. It's a good hit. Manny Ramirez, 0 for on the season so far. That one is hit. That'll get to center field. They'll send him first to third. Center fielder throws it into the shortstop, and it's runners on the corners. Nobody out. This is an action-packed and explosive game so far. Tyler Colvin's going to step in. 1 for 1. He has a double. He's scored a run. Had the automatic double back in the second. Can't quite get a hold of that, so it looked like it was sailing a little bit outside. Off the end of the bat, foul. 0-1 your count. That one dribbled up the middle. Nobody there to get it. It'll score a run. They'll hold. Manny Ramirez at second. And it is 5-4 St. Louis. I'm open. Throw it to me. They will finally bring in a new pitcher, Dan Cortez. Making his first appearance this season. Aaron Hill with a walk and a run today. Oof, 16-7. Gross. Come on, Green Bay. That one smacked up the to left field. They will hold everybody to just one base. But it's bases juiced for the Cardinals. That is hit up third baseline. Foul. 0-1. St. Louis still working with nobody out here in the top of the third. That pitch misses. A little low, actually. I like the pitch. Looked really nice. Whoops. Precarious stack. Fell over. 1-2. This would be a great place to get a strikeout. Ooh, just gets a piece of it for a foul ball. Staying alive. That pitch misses. Oh, man. It was close. Looked good from our angle, but it is, a little off center. 2-2. There is the... Why did he go to third? Oh, my goodness. A bone-headed decision, and that will... the run was going to score either way, but they get absolutely nothing out of it. So still nobody out with the bases loaded. We saw the San Diego Padres score 7 runs the other day. St. Louis knocking on the door. 6-4. That pitch misses. Ball 1. That pitch is in. Strike 1. Big swing and a miss for the Cardinals. 1-2. All right. Cincinnati needs a strikeout here. There it is. Out number 1 for St. Louis. Finally. Should be out number 2. We should keep that in mind. The second base He could have gone to second base, like, minimal problem. Maybe not get the runner at first, which, you know, sometimes that's just how it works out. But to come up empty-handed outs-wise is awful. That pitch misses low. That pitch inside for a strike. Well, surprised he took it. Looked pretty hittable, but took a look at it and evens the count at 1-1. Now you're really looking for that ground ball double play, but do you trust your defense to make the correct call? Because they already haven't. Outside for ball 2, 2-1. That is hit. Shortstop dives, but it's not going to be able to get to it. Could have a play at the plate as they're rounding third. It's not going to be in time. It's up the line. It is an 8-4 game, back-to-back innings with 4 runs scored. And that will be our top score of the day. They have at least 8. And we just saw the Padres put up 7 yesterday. That's not what I wanted. That is hit, and that's going to get over the head of the second baseman. The Cardinals are just going to keep running. It'll probably limit them to just 1 run. It will. Good effort there to slow things, to slow that Cardinals offense down. Second double of the day. And it's 9-4. Chipper Jones. He will smash that up the third baseline, foul. That pitch outside. There's still just 1 out, by the way. Ooh, takes a strike on the outside corner. Chipper Jones 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. I really don't want to see a 3 strikeout day in 3 inning games. Gets it down the first base line. That's going to score 2. Chipper Jones with a double to knock in 2. It is 11-4. 11-4 in just a 3-inning game. The Cincinnati Reds pitching cannot get out of this. They have batted around. We started with Hanley Ramirez to Manny Ramirez. That pitch is low. That pitch is high. That just misses inside. 3-0. Takes a strike. 3-1. Batter's really aggressive in 3-1 counts in this game. And he is. It gets past the third baseman. There was a little bit of a slow jump from this Chipper Jones at second. He'll slide in safely. It's 12-4. They only have one out. And it's interesting because even if they had 2 outs, there's nothing in this sequence that would have... They would have 1 fewer run because there would have been 1 less base runner. But it's not like they would have gotten out of the inning at only 7-4 or whatever. That's hit. Is it first to third? It will be. Left fielder's got to get on it. It is, the throw is late. It was a little lackadaisical coming in from the left fielder. It was an unnecessarily aggressive first to third when you're up by 8. Claudio Vargas is going to step in. See if he has any better luck against this St. Louis Cardinals offense. That's hit up the third base side and foul. That is smacked into foul territory. An opportunity for the for Cincinnati to get a hold of it. Now that would have ended the inning if they had played it at least a little bit better on that double play opportunity. Foul away.
That ball is foul. Ball.
Pitch is outside. So Green Bay 0 for 2 on field goals here today. That is hit, and that'll be a... What is happening? What was that animation? He just walked over there. Yeah, McManus over 2 on field goal attempts today. Not great. It is 13-4. That is finally the ending of the inning. They score 9 runs, 15 hits. Keppinger, Cruz, and Washington need to have some good at-bats to try and claw back into this one. They still would have given up 7 runs in that inning anyway. But I can't believe the animation we saw out of the center fielder. High and outside for ball 1. That one is a strike low in the zone. Gets a little bit of contact on it, but grounds it out to the first baseman. 1 away. I mean, in the bottom of the second inning, the Reds did a really good job they got right back in it with nobody out. That's low and inside. That one catches the inside part of the plate. Strike one. 1-1, correct? Correct. That's high and inside for ball 2. 2-1. Cruz dumps that into left center field. It's going to get cut off by the center fielder. Thought about 2, but heads back to first. Good call. I like the aggression and the recognition. Turn around and make sure you just stay on the base. One on, one out, and that one is foul. 0-1. Fires over to first, safe. As the pitcher gets booed by the Cincinnati faithful here. That hit him. There's something weirdly arbitrary about the hit by pitches. Because at times it's looked like the ball has gone through the batter and it's not a hit by pitch. That one looked like it actually was going to get caught by the catcher, but it was a hit by pitch. So 2 on, 1 out. See if Cincinnati can make some noise here. That pitch is outside, ball 1. Smacked out to left. The center. Oh, he got it at the wall. Second baseman advances, or the runner advances from second. Nice. We'll get a good look at this replay. It is right at the top of the fence. That could be a home run, but makes the play there. And the Cincinnati Reds are down to their final out. Strike inside. Okay. 0-1. Umpire is ready to go home, everybody. Runners on first and third. Fires outside. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Good eye there. That is hit to the shortstop. Fires over to the second baseman. Bit of a weird animation. That will be out number 3. And the Cardinals cruise to a victory here in Cincinnati. 9 runs in the third to blow this game wide open. Some questionable defense from Cincinnati. And that will do it. 13-4, your final in just 3 innings of ball. Player of the game is Alex Rios, 2 for 3 with a double, knocked in 2. Jonathan Sanchez gets the win. Johnny Cueto gets the loss. St. Louis, Ross had a home run for Cincinnati. Wigington and Guzman had home runs, but they end up losing 13-4. Wow, that is going to be really hard. 21 hits, 3 home runs. We saw 2 of them. 10-13 ERA. The Cincinnati Reds with a 17 ERA. St. Louis takes that series 2-1. Cincinnati falls to 1-2. Let's take a look at the games that have already happened. Orioles beat the Blue Jays for their first win of the season 4-0. Marlins pick up their first win of the season over the Nationals 6-0. The Phillies sweep the Mets and stay undefeated 3-0. Cardinals we just saw 13-4. Let's move on down the line to the Braves and Diamondbacks. That's what we're looking for. Joey Votto. A little bit of a lefty lane there at the top. And with the 3-switch hitters in the Diamondbacks lineup. Could be a real tough day for the Atlanta pitching staff. Little lane of lefties for the Braves as well. Josh Hamilton, AJ Przinsky, a couple names I recognize just at a first glance. One and one for each team here. It's nice that you think I have $60 to spend on baseball cards, but I cannot accept that offer, eBay seller. Offer that to me when I have money, please. Freddie Sanchez, our player to watch, 333 average with a home run and an RBI. But just the one RBI. Oh, shoot. Elvis Andrus is going to get us started. The shortstop. Howie Kendrick, the second baseman, will be second. Left fielder Josh Hamilton. Center fielder Andrew Jones. Right fielder Matt Joyce. Catcher AJ Przinsky. Designated hitter Ross Goulad. Glod. Third baseman Mark Tejan. And first baseman Gabby Sanchez rounds us out. Brad Penny gets his season debut today. No wins, no losses. Granderson out in center field. Caesar Istruis? Elvis Andrus will get us started. I really don't love the stripe of dirt from the mound to the plate. That's going to get hit, and we are just... The ball is flying off the bat today. One pitch, one swing, one hit. We just saw 13 runs in the last game, and it looks like Atlanta saw that and said, hey, we can do that. Howie Kendrick, 500 average with an RBI. No home runs yet this year. Going to fire over to first. Not a great throw. Good job by the first baseman to make sure that doesn't advance the runner in any way. Going to fire over to first again. Boo. I don't think commentators are supposed to curse, but... Or curse. Boo. He's thrown over twice. He hasn't... Throw a pitch to the batter, please. Thank you. Okay, all right. A pitch out. 1-0. Looks like he's going for the steal. That's why you see the pitch out. The slide into second, safe. Really nice job by the runner there. Picked his opportunity, saw two throwovers, saw the pitch out. Went on the Pitch that was still that was a strike. 1-1. So just like that, Atlanta with a runner in scoring position. Fires low. Ball 2. Smacked it, but foul up the first base line. 2-2. Runner on second. Nobody out here. Top first 4. Atlanta swing and a miss from Howie Kendrick. That'll be out number 1. All right. We have a swing track. It's a 4-seam fastball. Good, or normal timing at least. Just over the top of it. I don't know if normal is good or bad or what. But Josh Hamilton will step in. It's going to give this right-hander a lot of trouble. They had 2 righties at the top of their order, and then it's a bunch of lefts and then a couple more switch hitters. I believe it's 3 lefties, 2 switch hitters, 2 righties, and 1 more switch hitter. And that's why it might give you trouble. It's a nice diving effort by the second baseman. They're going to send him around third. Good throw in. And he's out. He is out. Oh, my goodness. What a throw from the left fielder. I have no idea how he was out. Let's take a look at the replay. His foot. We'll take a look at the replay here. Andrew Jones stepping in. All right, everybody, let's get ready. Let's be the umpires here. So we got to speed this up a little bit. It's a great throw in. The throw is... It's a quick throw in. It's up the line. Let's hide this. So is he not safe there? There is space between the foot and the bag. He is safe. That heel looks like it is on the base. Oh my goodness. Like, yes, there's a spot where it's up, but there's a gap between the catcher and the arm. And he doesn't even get him on that. There's no way. Wow. If Atlanta loses this game, that's unreal. Big swing and a miss there. Everybody keep this game in your back pocket when they miss the playoffs by a half game or whatever. They somehow lose the tiebreaker to the Arizona Diamondbacks. That is brutal. That pitch is low. One and two with 2 out. Unbelievably, 2 out. That pitch is high. Pitch misses outside. Should fill up the count 3-2. Need one good pitch here. Nice job with the hit and run there. Gets him all the way over to third pretty easily. And a good job by Atlanta to keep this inning alive. Have an opportunity to get that run back that they should have had already. Matt Joyce, 750 average, stepping in. Inside backs him off. Steps in, fires a strike. Two on, two out. Pitcher fires, gets him to swing over the top of it. That'll be strike number 2. Again, the Diamondbacks pitching just needs one good pitch to get out of this funky first. Steps and fires high. Good eye by the batter for Atlanta. Two and two. Can't find the spot. And doesn't get the swing. Another good eye. Full count again for Atlanta. Fouls it away to keep it alive. That one is low, and the runner is... Okay, it was ball 4. Forgot it was a full count there for a second. Because, boy, did it look like the runner was slowly moving between first and second. So, A.J. Przinsky steps in. He has a couple RBIs already. .333 average and an opportunity here with 2 outs and the bases juiced. Misses his spot, but gets the strike. 0-1. Ooh, are they going to check down? They call that a swing? They did not. Interesting. No appeal to the third base umpire. So it is 1-1. Thought about it again. Good job to get a couple of those swings and just hold them back. 2-1. Smashes. Or gets it off the end of the bat. Sound design a little funky here in MLB 11, the show. That one is hit out to left center field. He is chasing, or right center field, excuse me. Reaches up and makes the grab. That is out number 3. And that'll do it for the Braves here in the top half of the first. Should be 1-0, and that should only be out number 2. But a bizarre call erases a run. And it remains 0-0 despite 3 hits for Atlanta. De Jesus, Granderson, and Votto. Your top 3 for Arizona. So we're actually going to get the whole lineup here. David De Jesus was your right fielder. Curtis Granderson in center. Joey Votto at first. Alex Gordon in left. Matt Winters. Yeah. I actually had the lineups backwards. I apologize. Matt Winters, the center. Brian Pena, the designated hitter. Freddie Sanchez, the second baseman. Jeremy Carroll at third. Cesar Izturis, the shortstop. I was thinking of the Diamondbacks lineup when I was talking about the Braves, but they do have that bulk of left. It's 4 left, 2 switch, 2 right, 1 switch. So it's going to be real tough for Mike Pleffery, making his season debut. Andrew Jones out in center. Josh Hamilton, Elvis Andrus with those gold gloves. Long innings, kind of the theme of the day. See if Green Bay can get some points out of the break. That pitch is in. Nice spot there. For strike one. That pitch is in, but misses. Ball one. Hit right over to the first baseman, scoops it up and steps on the bag. Out number one. Granderson steps in. Pitcher winds, fires. Looking at inside part of the plate. Strike one. Nice location. To Granderson. Fouled away. So 0-2 quickly to Granderson here. Even though Atlanta didn't score any runs in that top of the first inning, they would benefit from a quick bottom of the first, just to give that pitcher as little time to recover as possible. Seemed like Atlanta was seeing the ball pretty well. They put up 3 hits. They loaded the bases. That pitch is outside for a ball. 2-2, 1 away. Swing and a miss. Granderson set down on strikes, and that'll be 2 away for the Diamondbacks. Swing timing very late on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Pretty hittable location. But just couldn't even get a piece of it to stay alive. Joey Votto now with an opportunity. Fouled away.
Background.
That is low. 1-1. Swing and a miss for Votto. Big swing and a miss on that inside. Or pitch on the inside. That's what I should do. I took all the thumbnails for today's games. Big swing and a miss for Votto, and that'll set him down. Holy cow, I fell asleep and back now. Who knows how long I doze off again. We'll let the sweet sounds of baseball put you to sleep. The sweet sounds of baseball and my hopes and dreams of a Green Bay Packers victory. Has them scoring a touchdown. Big swing there on the first pitch. As we are now in the top of the second, Atlanta did a good job to get to this pitching staff, or this pitcher. Ooh, that one was high. It's a really nice pitch selection from the Diamondback starter. Gets the swing and just straight up. Mark Tien? Tien. Mark Tien coming in here with 1 away. In for a strike. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Totally fair. I can't... You don't get the benefits of... You don't get the benefits of voice from text. It's nice that we've come up with shorthand to help understand that. That is foul. Just drifted foul. That'll make it 1-2. Reaches for this one. It's going to stay in the air a little too long. We saw that in the first game between the Reds and the Cardinals, where it was just a little too much time for the left fielder to get under the ball out in left field. So instead of a medium or long strike, it's an out. So Atlanta quickly down to their third, or their, well, quickly 2 away here. It's a really nice looking pitch. Don't think you're anticipating that in an 0-0 count. Get it in there. Get me over curve for a strike. That is low. That one misses high. 2-1. That one off the end of the bat. Third baseman comes over to cover, fires over to first, and that is the out. So, the Atlanta Braves did a good job in the first inning, piling up a few hits. Arizona does a nice job adjusting, holding them to a 0 there. Still no score as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. Do they ever bunt? Yes. We saw it in, I want to say Thursday's games, or Friday's games, excuse me. Sean Figgins bunted and then stole a base. He was able to get on first. Quickly one out for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The CPU? The CPU. Yeah, it was a weird Sean Figgins bunt, because it was like, is a leadoff, like the leadoff at bat for the game. Then he got thrown out stealing third, so, well, that wasn't a great result, but I think if he had been a little patient, he could have maybe had an opportunity to score. Because I think they got Figgins out at third, and then they hit into a double play. Sean. Yeah, the most unique spelling of what is basically my name. Two and two, one away here in the bottom of the second for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Looking for a hit. Looking for anything. A hit by pitch, a walk. That is not going to do it. That is a swing and a miss. Looked like he just kept working him further outside. Brian Pena stepping in with a .250 average. He's knocked in a couple of runs so far this season. Or I guess it would be against this team because that's all they've played. Double taps the outside. Gonna miss, but effectively, because it is a strike. 0-1. That misses low and inside. Flattens things out.
Get a base hit.
Remember all the weird baseball names, not the weird ones. Oh, that is hit. Smacked out to left. Left fielder is chasing it. Reaches up and it falls into his glove. I swear half my brain is dedicated to obscure baseball knowledge. It benefits this channel a great deal, so I thank you for it. So a quick bottom of the second brings Atlanta up here at the top of the third. Ooh, a nice diving effort by the third baseman. Thought he was going to catch it on the fly. Just missed it. It's a single into left field. So the Braves off to a good start. Karmically, they should win this game. It looked like actually it just missed the outstretched part of it. I thought he went over it, but... Ooh, just... I don't know if that was a pitch out or he just... Is he taking any extra lead there? No. Big swing and a miss there to even things out at 1-1. Smacks it over to third baseman. He's going to try and turn two, and that'll do the trick. That'll clear things up for Josh Hamilton. 1 for 1 with a single today. We don't get a ton of double plays. Then even when the game gives a player an opportunity for a double play, they throw it to third base for some reason. That pitch high and outside. And with Josh Hamilton, you can pitch around him a little bit here because there's nobody on. See if Josh Hamilton can exercise enough patience. Looks like he's going to try and set him up inside. That one's going to get the inside part of the plate for a strike. Pitchers tend to be missing that. It drifts inside on them. Third base, that's a weird glitch. Three and one. This is an aggressive count for the batters, and you can see it again. Seen some home runs on 3-1. We've seen some bad groundouts on 3-1. 3-1 turns to 3-2, and let's see if he gets him on the inside. He does not. It is a walk. Nice replay here as the ball comes in. That looks like a strike to me, but all right. I mean, the Braves got an absolutely devastating call in the first inning, so maybe that's just fine. Andrew Jones. Instead of a double play, they decided... Yeah, it was a really weird glitch. I don't know why. It was going to be a real tight play at second, but that pitch just misses outside. Then they proceeded. I mean, it was weird because it affected the game, but kind of also didn't because the pitcher just could not get out of it. So I don't know. It just made the disaster look slightly worse. Good eye there to take that one low for a ball. So Pittsburgh scores another field goal. 19-14, Pittsburgh over Green Bay. 4 field goals already for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pretty gross. 3-1 count here. And it's gonna go foul. One on, 2 out here for the Atlanta Braves. A swing, and that's going to go to left center field. They are going to send him around third. This is going to be the game. The go-ahead run in the top of the third with 2 outs, a full count. Wow. The Braves get the run that they were robbed of in the first inning. And with the way that their pitching staff has been working, it might be enough. The Diamondbacks are going to bring in a new pitcher. Interesting. Jared Burton going to come in here to limit the damage. Matt Joyce. One on, 2 out. Take a look at a ball there, 1-0. Lines and fires. That one on the outside part of the plate. Just gets a piece of it. That'll be a foul ball to even things out of 1-1. Launched, but foul. Ooh, big swing and a miss over the top of that one. That'll get out of the inning. But not before the Braves score 1. I'll be back. All right. No problemo. Okay, so the Diamondbacks down to their final 3 outs as we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll pop a save here after this game. That pitch is in on the outside for a strike. Diamondbacks no hits so far in this one. Big swing and a miss on that one. 0-2 already. It is indeed Arizona. Looking for something to get this offense going. That one missed inside. 1-2. Just off the end of the bat, that one dribbles foul, and it remains 1-2. Again, just gets a piece of it, staying alive here. That one, good eye. Sits back on it, lets it go. That one is popped out to right field. It's going to have enough air under it for the right fielder to make the routine grab, and that'll be 1 away. There you go. Mike Fleffrey has retired 7 straight batters. Jamie Carroll coming into the game here. That one is hit over to the second baseman. That'll be fired to first. 4 out number 2, and quickly 2 away here for the Diamondbacks, who just could not get anything going offensively. They're going to need this final at bat to count. A's Turris. Cesar. That's in for a strike. Pitch is outside for a ball. Fouled away. Diamondbacks down to their final strike. Winds, fires. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's going to end the game. Wow. So that will do it. 3 innings of perfection for the Atlanta Braves, and they get a 1-0 victory. Thank God they got that run that they got robbed. Or got robbed from them. There you go. The Braves, they escape 1-0. So 2 wildly different games. We see a team score 13 runs. We see a team score 1 and get a victory. There's your player of the game. 3 innings, no hits, 4 strikeouts on his line today. He gets the win. Brad Penny gets the loss. And that's all there is to write about that one. We'll save this game real quick as we take a look. I like these end of series stats. The Diamondbacks are able to eke out one victory, even though they got out hit 16-8. They had more home runs in the series. Okay, so we'll go back. We will go options. We will save. It'll be just a moment. Because I glanced over at the PlayStation 2 and I thought, why is that on? I should reset that and turn it off. Like, that's not the console I'm literally using right now. Save complete. And we are back at it. All right, viewing today's games. Let's see. We caught up here. Twins take out the White Sox 3-0 to improve to 2-1. The Royals pick up their first win of the season with a 1-0 victory. Pirates win the series against the Cubs with a 2-0 victory. The Astros, take out the Brewers 1-0. And the same score with the away team winning in the Braves Diamondbacks games. We are going to slide down to Cleveland and New York. And we'll jump in here. Raji Davis, Victor Martinez. Spoilers, I guess. Hank Blaylock. Prince Fielder. Right-handed heavy lineup for the New York Yankees. Cleveland kind of just looks like Cleveland. Here's one lefty, a bunch of switch hitters. We're going to outball you. Doesn't matter. I can switch the thumbnail real quick. So welcome on into New York. Team's looking for a series win here. Tops attacks. Addicts? What the heck is that? Is that baseball? It's got to be baseball cards, right? ATTAX? Tops attacks baseball. Baseball card game. Oh, that's weird. Wait, are they still making it? 2020. Huh? All right, here is your lineup for Cleveland. Raji Davis in center. Catcher Victor Martinez. Left fielder Carlos Gonzalez. First baseman Matt Laporta. Right fielder Michael Kadire. Second baseman Meiser Istris. Lastings Mildridge and designated hitter. Second baseman Eric Abreu. Brent Morel at third. That I put way too many extra letters in that second to last at bat's name. Tops attacks. What do you mean fixing? The Tops Attacks Baseball Rabbit Hole. There are 20 versions in total. 2009 Golden Foils. What the hell? What is this? What have I wandered into? It's a board game. Collectible card game, Major League Baseball players. Head-to-head card game. Weird. First pitch of the game is swung on and knocked out to left field, but not enough. It is out. Number one. We do see a lot of first pitch swings, especially right at the top of the, right at the starts of the games. That first batter is ready. They are pumped, primed, and ready. So one pitch, one out. And the lefty winds and fires in for a strike on the outside part of the plate.
Let's get the strikeout.
Whoa, missed that one. A little crossed up there, it looks like. That pitch misses low and inside. So an interesting start here for Cleveland. A very aggressive first at bat with a one pitch, one out. Second batter now working into a 2-1 count. That one, another good eye, so that makes it 3-1. This is where the batters get real aggressive. Lefty looks ready. Winds and fires. That one is high. And a good job by the batter there to take that ball and to draw the walk. Carlos Gonzalez steps in here. One on, one out, and I apologize. It's the very rare lefty-lefty matchup we're going to see here between Cleveland and New York. Cleveland at bat, New York pitching. That pitch misses low and inside. Somebody just screaming, "Hey, Blue, you killing me." That is hit up the middle. Looks like the second baseman maybe had a chance as they're going to go aggressive first to third. Throw is late and easily safe. Matt Laporta with 2 on and 1 out. Stepping in here for Cleveland. That was a weird play because it looked like the second baseman. It just doesn't the game doesn't seem to have the knowledge of like, hey, it's the game knows the result. It seems it's very funky. Because that guy just ran right below the ball. I'm not going to get that. No, don't worry about it. But I think the runner between first and second hung up for a second, and then that made that advance to third all the more aggressive. And then, speaking of aggressive base running, a steal attempt from Cleveland, but thrown out easily by the catcher for the Yankees. That'll be out number 2. Fouled off.
That ball's foul.
Counts 1-2. 2 out with the runner on third. That one is hit up the third baseline, but foul. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be just a straight up steal attempt. Maybe it was a hit and run. Shout out to the Simpsons. Actually, I should check out that video about the Futurama hit and run mod they're working on. Honestly, I'm surprised that has not been shut down yet. Oh my goodness, that one is yoked to left field. He's going to go for 2. The run scores from third. And a nice job there to keep this inning alive and score a run. Michael Kadire with the runner in scoring position. 1-0 Cleveland here, top of the first. And he'll ground out right to the second baseman. It's a really good pitch selection. Maybe a little early, kind of just drove that one into the ground. And 2 hits for Cleveland. They score 1 run. Phillips, Bird, and Fielder coming in for the New York Yankees. Brandon Phillips, your second baseman's going to lead off for the Yankees. Center fielder Marlon Bird. Followed by Prince Fielder at first. Hank Blaylock, the designated hitter. Left fielder Jason Bay. Shortstop Miguel Tejada. Right fielder Cody Ross. Third baseman Casey Blake. Catcher, not center. Catcher Giovanni Soto. Okay, good, excellent. You love getting an update where the Green Bay Packers now ahead, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking at a 3rd and 20. So Josh Jacobs rushed to the right to the end zone for 3 yards and a touchdown. Well, for the touchdown, in the 2-point attempt succeeds. They get 7, 4th and 13. Perfect. Beautiful. Some would say a chef's kiss. Except for those Pittsburgh Steelers uniforms, some of the ugliest jerseys I've ever seen in my life. I hate them. I hate them so much. They somehow found one that looks worse than the Bumblebee looking prison stripe ones. Ugh. So not a lot of aggression there from the first at-bat for the Yankees. Pretty easy pitch to lay off. Inside for a 1-0 count. That is a nice sliding stop. It fires over to first in time for out number 1. This is where MLB The Show 25 would say, knew he had an extra moment to get the correct grip on the ball. Fires over for the out. Marlon Bird. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. That is hit well out to left field. It is going. It is gone. That's going to tie the game. A solo shot. And we are knotted up at 1. Got to it. 379 out to left. He knew it. I didn't. That was way back there. That was a... Whew, that was a home run. All right, Prince Fielder. What does he have up his sleeve after the big blast, a big swing, looking for one of his own? But that's a good pitch selection for the Cleveland starter. And that's a big swing and a miss. That's a good take. On the outside. Clearly a ball. Ooh, boy. Looked like a good pitch to hit, but swings over the top of it. And a big swing and a miss on the outside. Nice little pitch sequence there for Cleveland. Hank Blaylock, just a nice MLB hat on him. He'll come in with 2 outs. That one is nicely caught by the second baseman. Actually looked like he jumped a little bit earlier, but one swing and we are all tied. New York and Cleveland all knotted up at 1. Okay. 51 yards to Green Bay. 11 yards. Penalty. Unnecessary roughness. Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful. Pretty nice curveball, but drifts a little too far inside for ball 1. Misses its location, but finds a nice part of the zone for strike number 1. Pitch in for strike 2. Goes back to the little curveball there. Finds a nice location. Patient at bat here for Cleveland. Gets a hold of it, but slices. Foul. Foul ball. Here's the delivery. The third baseman dives and grabs, picks up, but is just in time. Had a little more arm strength than I realized. Wow. Just needed like a tick more speed there for the base runner to leg out an infield single. Really liking that curve pitch today. Missed the first. He's missed a couple on the first pitch of the at-bat. The first one was inside, second one was outside. Takes that one for a strike. That one is high. 2-1. Top of the second here. 1 away. Cleveland and New York tied 1 apiece. That one misses inside. Great eyes there. 3-1 the count. Pitcher winds, fires. Ooh, wing and a miss. Really late on that one over the top. Full count. Fouled away. Off the end of the bat, just got a piece of it to stay alive. And that's a strikeout on the corner. Oof, that spot in the zone is typically a little uneven. But he gets the call in the full count, and that will set him down 2 away. Pitch is just high? I don't know, it doesn't look like a good pitch to me. But instead it is ball number 1. Pitch outside. Hit out to center. Routine fly ball, and that will do it for Cleveland here in the top of the second. So we take a brief look at the Packers game, who are now ahead. Tucker Kraft. I knew I had the name wrong. They are now up 28-19. Excellent news. We move to the bottom of the second inning here in New York. Tied at 1. That pitch in for a strike. The righty is ready, nods, fires. That's inside. It's a broken bat. Fires over to first, steps on the bag, and that is out. Number 1. First broken bat that we've seen so far this season. Game number, what would this be? 15? So you have what? 4, 8, 10, 11, 12? Game 12. Game 12. Big swing on that. Inside part of the plate. Fouls it away, and it's 0-1. Goes to the outside. Or has him look it inside, so got the inside part of the bat, got the outside part of the bat. 2 swings, 2 foul balls. And that one is low for ball 1. 1-2. Off the end of the bat, over to third base, fires across the diamond, and that is out. Number 2. Cody Ross, hitless so far this season, steps in. Has a lot more beard in the game than he does in real life. That is a weird thing to see. It's a good looking pitch to take a swing at, but instead looks at it go through to strike for 4, strike 1. 2, strike 1. That one's inside, 1-1. Got a hold of it, but it steers foul. That is unfortunate because that was a pretty good swing on it. 1-2 with 2 out here for the Yankees. Winds, fires. Oh, yes. All right, we're through 2. I'm going to grab something for the Beeb. Here we go, top 3. Lefty fires high. Ball 1. This is a started with an exciting first inning, but we've seen this before where both teams score runs and then the pitching really settles down in the second and third innings. Bobbles it a little bit. Still able to get the out. That was close. He's out by what? Half a step there? Okay, so Green Bay now up by 10. 1 gone here. That is in for a strike. Love that pitch right there. Really has liked that curveball. He hasn't been able to locate it as well as I'm sure he would like to, but he's come up with some nice pitches here and there. And honestly, he hasn't really lost anybody because of it. So it's like, yeah, sure, he throws it inside there, but it's all good. All right, 1-1, 1 out here in a 1-1 game in the top of the third. 1's all over the board. That makes it 2-1. Never quite came back over the zone. Ooh, just over the inside part of the plate. That the edges of the zone, the sides, the left and right side, just funky. It's the hardest one for me to determine where it's going to be. Big swing and a miss makes that easy to call. That's a strikeout. Victor Martinez stepping in here. Looking to face the lefty with 2 outs. That one just misses low. See if Cleveland can get anything going here. No, they cannot. Tests that shortstop again. That time he makes the play. And that will do it for the top of the third. We'll head bottom 3. Blake, Soto, and Phillips. Still a 1-1 game. All hits in the first inning, and pitchers come back down and shut them down in the second and the third. Casey Blake. Nice pitch inside for a strike. Oh, 1-1. Shakes off the catcher, now ready. Lines. Fires. Ooh, just got by that curveball. That definitely was not in the location that the pitcher wanted. But I think he'll take that easy pop out. Giovanni Soto coming on in. Looking to maybe be a hero. Ooh, good sound coming off the bat there, but nope. Good eye on that curveball. I think there's a little more where he wanted it to the previous bat, but stays up, and at least the hitter got under it, pops it up instead of clobbering it out for a walk-off home run. 1-1. That one sails high. 2-1. Trying to change that eye level. Pitch with movement low. Big zip fastball high. Missed on both. Good eye yet again. Went down 0-1, then take 3. Then you take 3 straight balls. How aggressive do they get? This is where the game likes to be aggressive. It is a walk. Good eye. First game ended in a Cards runaway. How did game 2 end? Game 2 ended with a Braves 1-0 victory. They got robbed of a funky... Oh, they're arguing with the umpire there. Yeah, Braves got a 1-run victory in the top of the third. Or 1 run at the top of the third for the victory. They should have had 1 at the top of the first. It was really weird. Even taking a look at the replay, was like, oof, the game just got this one wrong. That pitch is in for a strike. A little passive there. It looked pretty hittable from our angle. Oh, 1 with 1 out. That one's inside for ball 1. Smacked out to the left. That's gonna get us. That's gonna get down for a single. Got a little ahead of myself trying to figure out if they were gonna try and push to third, but good base running. This game likes to be aggressive in the base running category. From Marlon Byrd. Great to see Christian Watson back on the field for the Green Bay Packers, by the way. Just a quick note. Tore his ACL in a meaningless game. Anyway, 2 on, 1 out. That one is going to be your game winner. They'll send him around third. It's not going to matter. It's not even going to be close. That will do it. Your ball game, 2-1 New York. A walk-off win for the Yankees. We need the Gatorade baths. That was such a cool feature when they put that in, like, Madden 2005 or whatever. Marlon Byrd, your player of the game, 2 for 2. He knocked in both Yankees home runs, Yankees runs, including a mammoth solo shot to tie it in the bottom of the first. And then that will do it. Brett Anderson gets your win. Jeremy Hellickson gets the loss. Byrd with his first home run of the season. God, it was a huge shot. So the Yankees propelled themselves to a 2-1 record. Cleveland falls to 1-2. I don't know who thought that white on white text was a good idea. But it wasn't. It's a very bad idea. All right, last but not least, we have one more game. It's an American League matchup. It is the Athletics and the Rangers. Final game of the day. Well, let's see. Where did we leave off? I think there was only one game in between. Rays. Nope. Red Sox, excuse me. They pick up their second win of the season and win the series 2-0, the final there. Rangers Athletics are final game of the day. That's a nice catch. First down, Green Bay. Take a look at the lineups here. See if there's anybody that jumps out. Matt Kemp. Milton Bradley. Kunawahi? Kunahu? Ka'ahu? Oh boy. Hideki Matsui. Jacoby Ellsbury. Jeez Louise. Kevin Youkilis. Alright. Vlad Guerrero. Some notable names there. I panicked myself like I had to get a thumbnail. I don't. I already have it. Edit that out real quick. Welcome on into Texas, our fourth and final game of the evening. Thank you everybody for joining me. Hopefully you're enjoying, having a good time with it. Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific time, we are live with MLB 11, the show. Wednesday, we'll be back with Dispatch, episodes 3 and 4. And then Saturday, we'll throw up a game of the week. Okay. All right, game. We don't need all of this. Okay. Jacoby Ellsbury is going to lead us off for the Oakland Athletics, starting in center field. Vlad Guerrero Jr. in right. Kevin Youkilis at third. Adam Lindover at first. Hideki Matsui in left field. Keila Ka'ahu, Hugh, the designated hitter. Clint Barnes, the shortstop. Jose Lopez at second. Brian Schneider behind the plate. We get this old Texas stadium. Because that's, if you remember, that stadium, I believe, opened in... Oh, okay. Sean spells his name incorrectly. Markham. Your starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers today. Mike Napoleon Dynamite. Jacoby Ellsbury. The Red Sox now for the Oakland Athletics, wearing their green that they just don't wear. That helmet does not match the jersey at all. One and oh count. So a good job by the Oakland batter to lay off. A lot of aggression there. And 4. Okay, let's see. 94, I believe. That is hit out to left. Left fielder has a beat on it. He will turn around, wait for it to drop. A couple steps to his left, and that is out. Number 1. Have I ever been to Lambeau Field? Yes, I have. I went in 2019. My mom took my brother, myself. We went to a game at Lambeau Field. We also went to a game at Wrigley Field. So thankfully, I have been to Lambeau Field. We watched the Vikings and the Packers, which are games that always look a lot closer in the end than they actually are. You would think that Green Bay and Minnesota play like really good games consistently, and it's like, no, one team gets out to like a 3-score lead and then just like hangs out. But incredible experience. As we look at a 2-0. Takes it for a strike. I like the pitching decision there. Don't try to work the edges with a 2-0. Just get a fastball in there. Big swing and a miss. And for that very reason, just put the strike on the board. Give them something to look at. Now, just like that, it's 2-2. Big swing and a miss for... Opened in April of 94. Oh, are you talking about this stadium? Or are you talking about I'm talking about the new Texas Rangers stadium. April of 94. So it was around for nearly 30 years. Pitch inside. Outside. Stadium. This stadium, the new one's only 5 years old, yeah. 2-1, 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Nice pitch low in the zone. Gets the strike called against Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis with one of the more recognizable at-bats, or batting stances, I should say. 3-2. First stadium I ever went to is gone. Candlestick Park. Giants and 49ers shared a crazy days of dual sports fields. Yeah. So there would have been 3, off the top of my head, 3. Candlestick, the Coliseum, as Youkilis takes a look at strike 3. That'll set down the Athletics in order. A fumble recovered by Green Bay Packers. Go Pack Go. Matt Kemp in center field, followed by Adam LaRoche at first base. Jay Bruce in right. Dan Ugala in second. Ian Stewart at third. Dan Johnson, your designated hitter. Designated hitter, not hitcher. Ian Desmond at shortstop. Mike Napoleon Dynamite and catcher Milton Bradley out there in left field. So it would have been Miami, Oakland, and San Francisco. And Seattle. Because the Kingdom was multi-use. I don't think it showed the way that the others did. Maybe it did. I don't know that we have time to look up 90s Seahawks highlights. Miami Metrodome. Thank you. I kind of thought there was one more. So 5? Wow. Huh. That's just weird to think that there were 5 of 30 teams that were playing in a multi-use stadium. Feels like that was a craze for a while, and then they were like, no, we're good. We'll just make individual stadiums for everybody. Takes a pitch high for a ball. 2-0 the count. Yeah, that's a pitch. That's a nice pitch in for a strike. Two and one. And that's a nice pitch in for a strike again. Getting those inside corners low and high. Astrodome, San Diego. That one is fouled off. That's high and outside. Full count. That one is laced into left field over the outstretched arm of the third baseman. Braves and Falcons, Jets and Mets, Phillies, Eagles, all had shared stadiums at one point. Good gosh. That's just... Oh, man, shared stadiums really took over there for a while, huh? That pitch is inside, high. Either way, it's 0-1. One on here for the Texas Rangers. Nobody out. They're going for the steal. It is safe. Second baseman or covering covering shortstop didn't even make a play on it. That one is fouled away. That'll be grounded over to the second baseman. It'll advance the runner to third, but good play there to just get the out. That'll bring up Jay Bruce, batting .333 on the season with 1 RBI. That pitch is outside and low. Partly because Matt is in for a strike. More cost-effective back in the 70s and 80s to build one venue for 2, sometimes 3 teams on one site than build 2 or 3 in the same city. I love old football highlights where they just run by a baseball diamond. I used to think it was really unique when I was like, I don't know, I guess some of the memories you have when you're 5 or 6 or whatever, and you're like, oh man, why is there a bunch of just dirt on the field? Well, that's weird. But because Seattle was in the AFC West when I was growing up, when I was really little, I'd get to see Oakland pretty frequently in the shared stadium space. That pitch gets away. They are not going to advance the runner from third. They'll fire back. He's still safe. Bit of a weird play. Was curious to see how aggressive they would be going to home. Not very. 2-2, 1 out, runner on third. That pitch is inside for strike 3. That's a big strike 3 call. That means there are now 2 away. I mean, it's a strike. Change up at 81 miles an hour. 5 inches of break. So at least if you get something, you can try and advance the runner, but now you gotta get something that hits some grass out in the outfield. That's strike 1. That is hit. That was going to be low. That was going to be a ball, but stretch to go get it, and I believe it's going to be an 0-2. Yeah, 0-2, 2 outs. Besides with baseball and football playing 90% of their season in separate months, baseball March to August, and that's dribbled over to third base. Oh my goodness, he overthrew him. Oh no, it should have been the end of the inning. Instead, it's going to be a runner on second, and the run scores. Oh no. Just a horrible misplay. Is that Kevin Youkilis? No, he was in the outfield. Who's at third? Hold on. Who made the error? Can we zoom in enough? Nope. No, we sure can't. Who are you? I'll take a look at it. Just kind of sailed. That's out of the frame. It's a good attempt at a save there to at least stop the runner from advancing. Man. Brutal. And that is how the first run of the game is scored. 1-0. Separate stadiums were occupied for like 9 months out of the year. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's just that those shapes don't go very well on each other. Now we get college bowl games that are like trying to utilize like the Yankee Stadium or whatever for the Bad Boy Mowers Bowl or whatever garbage it is. And it's like, we crammed a football field in here. Kind of. That is hit to the shortstop. He makes a misplay. It's going to be a safe play at first. Oh my goodness. Oakland cannot get out of it. So that should be 2 errors and an unearned run with 2 outs. Generated nearly year-round jobs for the police working at the stadiums. What about the stadium, the concessionaires? Concessionaires. I want to see Mary the hot dog vendor every day. Fenway Bowl and the Pinstripe Bowl in New York. Infield Error City. Yeah, welcome to Oakland. It's Infield Error City. That pitch is inside. Runners on the corners and 2 outs as Oakland just cannot get out of this inning for a very different reason than... Okay, another opportunity. He will go to first base. It is an out by a couple of steps, so tested a second time and passes the test. But 2 errors, 1 hit, and a run come across. Hideki Matsui, I saw his name up there. Adam Lind is going to lead us off. Okay, all right. That's incomplete. That's a ball inside. Oh boy, do we have another edition of the Des Bryant? Did he catch it? That is smoked up the right field line, but foul. It's a great job by the Packers defender to knock that ball out. 1-1 count here to Adam Lind. Hit to the second baseman. He'll take a step, fire over to first, and an out. So a good job there to take that extra second, get the grip, fire over. Played the baseball stadiums. I think even Chase Field in Arizona hosted a bowl game. That checks out. Matsui takes a strike or a ball outside. Are they going to call that a touchdown? Or was that a different play? 1-0. Oh, you know what? There was one in... It wasn't a bowl game, but they did have a Northwestern game at Wrigley. I believe it was a regular season game. That pitch is way outside. So 3-0 to Matsui. And a good take there. Works a walk. Don't even think he took the bat off his shoulder in that sequence. Smacked, but foul. What was that camera angle? I'm surprised that we followed the ball as long as we did. Usually it cuts away, but... All right, 0-2. 1-on-1 out here for Oakland. This one's going to get popped out to left field. Settles under it. And that is an out. Milton Bradley. So 2 on, 1 out for Bradley here. Takes a pitch on the outside for a strike. Puts a bit of a charge into this one, but the right fielder with a good jump. Plenty of room. And he'll put it away for out number 3. Matsui works a walk, but they can't do anything with him. Milton Bradley. He was a Mariner. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Desmond looks at a strike high in the zone. That pitch is low for ball 1. This one is smashed out to left. It is going. It is off the wall. The out-of-town scoreboard. And he will be in for a stand-up double. Nice contact there. I like that it just says 34, retired. Texas looking for a little insurance here in the bottom of the second. And take a strike on the inside part of the plate. Big swing and a miss on a pitch that I don't think hit its spot, but did not drop low enough for the batter. That is going to be hit over to the first baseman, and that is going to advance the runner to third. And this is where Oakland got into a little bit of trouble last inning. It was a runner that advanced from second to third. They made the smart play, got the out at first, and then kind of all hell broke loose. A couple of errors on the infield, and instead of a 0-0 game going into the bottom of the second, it could have been, it was a 1-0 game. That is in for a strike. Nice location. That pitch way outside. Good eye. One and two. Takes one inside. Two and two. That one is hit but foul. Foul ball. Big swing and a miss, and Bradley is out on strikes. It's a couple of times, too, where Oakland's been able to get the strikeout for out number 2 with a runner on third, so it really changes how Texas has to go about getting that run across. Got to get some air under it instead of it being a sac fly. Matt Kemp, 1 for 1 with a single and a stolen base. So let's see what he can do. If he just hits it to the left side of the infield, he might get an error. That is in for a strike. Low for a ball. That one is cracked out to left. It is gone for a 2-run home run. Wow. Got a hold of that one just right over the heart of the plate, and Kemp goes the distance. It's a little tricky to tell with that high wall out there, and it looks like it just barely made it over. But it's going to give him a 3-0 lead. Apparently Seattle's playing Texas, even though we're watching something different. So the 2-out damage for Texas for all 3 runs. That pitch is in over the heart of the plate. Low. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. And misses outside for ball 2. That pitch misses low, ball 3. That one is smacked out to left. They just cannot get the one pitch they need to get out of these innings. Jay Brusso for 1 with a strikeout. 250 on the season. Has knocked in a run. As the Rangers are looking to pile on a little more. That one is out to center. Okay. Funky animation, but was able to get to it. They're able to get out of it, but not before the 2-run home run expands this to a 3-0 lead. Oakland looking for their first hit. Lopez, Schneider. And then it'll be the top of the order. They were able to get Matsui on with a walk. No. I knew it was. Was there? I don't know if we can even... I don't know that we can check. Look at the stats. Game summary. Box score. Yeah, Matsui in left field. He was able to work a walk, but they couldn't do anything with it. That one is popped out to the second baseman in shallow right field and quickly 1 away. Brian Schneider, 0 for on the season. Pitch is low. 1-0. That's inside for a strike. Nice location. That one is smacked out to left center field. Good beat on it, and that's out number 2. So not terrible contact on that, just kind of, it's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself, it's about the process. Jacoby Ellsbury. As we wrap around at the top of the lineup, 2 away. As the lefty steps in. Still down 3. Oh, there's a bunt. There's your bunt. We got a bunt. T-Mobile, known then as Safeco, hosted the short-lived Seattle Bowl for 2 years. That's right. I did read up on that because that is a very funky, weird bowl. While Quest was being built, yeah. Quest Field, which was Seahawks Stadium, which was so many different. They just could not figure out their naming scheme in Seattle. That is a strike 3 at the knees, and that will end the game. Texas 3, Oakland 0. Hey, hope the stream is well. Thank you so much. It's been great. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. So Oakland's 2 errors really sink them, and they give up the home runs just as like an extra fun little fact. Sean spells his name incorrectly. Markham gets your player of the game. 3 innings, no hits, 3 strikeouts in the 3-0 win. Kemp with a home run. Markham gets the win. Baker gets the loss, though it wasn't entirely his fault. The 2-run home run, sure, you can put on him, but at the same time, 2 errors really crushed him. Oakland goes to 1-2. Texas goes to 2-1. Oakland with a 7 innings pitched, 10.29 ERA. It's the old Oahu Bowl before moving to Seattle. Weird. All right, let's go ahead. If I sim this, I think it'll just put me to Mark. Actually, here, let's do this. Let's go back. Let's save, just in case. Are you ready for the rocket fast speeds of the PlayStation 2? I remember seeing him pitch once for the Mets in an extra inning game. Weird. Okay. Here we go. Lightning fast PlayStation 2 saving. There we go. Okay. So if I... no. Hold on. If I go schedule and I sim... Because this is today. Hold on. Good gosh, sorry. I was going to get you caught up on all the scores. Sim to date. Okay. View today's games. We were caught up through most of this before the Texas Athletics game. The Athletics Rangers game. Dodgers, they fall to the Padres 1-0. A lot of those today. Rockies, they improved to 3-0 over the Giants. Look away. 3-1. 3-1 is the score. And the Mariners improved to 2-1 with a 1-0 win over the Angels. We have a smaller selection of games to pick for tomorrow. So we'll probably get a bunch of duplicate teams. We only have 9 games to take a look at. Giants, Dodgers, Rangers, Angels, Diamondbacks, Rockies, Reds, Astros, Nationals, Phillies. I think that would be a good one because they're both winning teams. Braves, Padres, Twins, Tigers, Guardians, White Sox, Blue Jays, Rays. So if you see anything you like in there, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. We'll go ahead and save. Well, I could do that off. Well, no, I could do my outro. Can I do my outro? Solid half-minute saves. Oh, I love it. You could run like a literal commercial. Like, here's a brief word from State Farm. All right. That'll do it for today's stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time with 4 more games of MLB 11, the show. If you missed any of the action, it'll be up. So check that out and you can catch up on everything you missed. Or we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again for hanging out. Subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell if you'd like to be notified. And we'll be back with more tomorrow. Good sports. Go teams. And we'll see you at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Goodbye.